nice to see you again. We're back in the classroom and we're going to do a lesson today, and we're going to start with our calendar. So we're still in the month of May, and today is Wednesday, May 13th. Here's our number 13, 1 and 3. Okay, we're going to put it on our calendar. Now we're going to go over our pattern in our calendar today. No, Mrs. Lombardi's been going over the color pattern with you, so let's do it again. First, we're going to do our numbers though. Let's practice our numbers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and 13. Good, we're getting up there. Now let's do our colors. Yellow, red, pink, blue, purple. Yellow, red, pink, blue, purple. I see a pattern. We're starting out with yellow. Yellow, red, pink, and I wonder what tomorrow will be. You'll have to tune into Mrs. Provost. Okay, kids. Now, today I have a very special treat. Someone's going to join me when I tell you the story. Ready? Here he comes. Here is Curious George, our very own Curious George. Here we go. Hi, boys and girls. He's saying hello. And now we're going to read a story. This is about how Curious George makes pancakes. So we all have breakfast every day, and we're going to talk about what we have for breakfast. But right now we're going to read about Curious George and his pancakes. This is George. George was a good little monkey and always very curious. One morning, the man with the yellow hat woke George early. "It's time to get up, George," he said. "The pancake breakfast is today." Here we go. George loved the pancake breakfast. It was a fundraiser held every year to make money for special programs at the Children's Hospital. Besides eating pancakes, there were all kinds of games to play. Even the mayor came to play and eat, but first he gave a welcome speech. "Thank you all for coming," said the mayor. "We appreciate your generous support." He thanked all the volunteers who were helping that day, and finally he said, "Please enjoy yourselves and the pancakes." When the mayor finished, the man with the yellow hat said, "George, I'm going to buy our tickets. Please wait here and don't be too curious." George waited like a good little monkey, but something did smell very good. Oh, George. Could it be pancakes? George was very curious. He followed the delicious smell and found a whole griddle full of pancakes. George watched as a man poured little batter circles and flipped them up in the air. It looked like fun to make pancakes. George wanted to help. On a table near the griddle was a basket full of blueberries. These pancakes need blueberries, George thought, and he sprinkled some on top. Oh, George. Meanwhile, the man at the griddle was so busy he didn't notice the little monkey helping him, but the line grew and grew. George's pancakes were a hit, and soon everyone wanted them, and the man could not keep up. "Please wait," he said to someone holding an empty plate. "I need to find an assistant to help me." And just like that, he was gone. George looked at the people waiting in line and then at the empty griddle. Why, he could make the pancakes. He could be the assistant. George poured the batter into nice round circles, and next he added the blueberries, and then he flipped them over, and last he added the syrup. George is good at making pancakes. The line for the pancakes was enormous, but with 4 hands, George made quite a chef, and no one's plate was empty for long. "I've been coming to this breakfast for years," said a man, "but I've never seen pancakes made like this before. I've never eaten this many pancakes," said a girl. "I didn't even like pancakes before," said another girl, and they all lined up for more pancakes. When the man returned with his new assistant, he was shocked to see a monkey making pancakes. "This is no place for a monkey," he yelled, and he began to chase George away. George hadn't meant to cause any trouble. He only wanted to help, and now he only wanted to get away. Quickly, George found a place to hide, and the man and his assistant ran right by. But where did George go? Where did you go, George? Where did you go? When it was safe to come out, George jumped down. He was covered in syrup, just like a pancake, and he was sticking to everything. George was curious. Could these napkins help? Could they get him clean? Oh no, George! Look what's happening. He's covered in napkins. No, the napkins only made it worse. What George needed was some water to wash with. Why, here was a perfect thing. So George climbed up. This would do the trick for a sticky monkey. George sat on the bench and splashed himself with the water. But all of a sudden, splash, splash, George was in the water. This was a surprise. George climbed up again and splashed down again. And he'd never been in a dunk tank before, and he'd never had so much fun getting clean. Soon everyone was having fun, and the line of the dunk tank grew longer than the line for the pancakes. And later the mayor came by. I've heard all about your delicious pancakes, he said. You've made our fundraiser a big success, and I have a special favor to ask of you. Oh, George's special favor. Okay, here we go with the special favor. At the end of the day, George got to present the money from the fundraiser to the president of the hospital. Thanks to you, George, this has been our best year ever, she said. Will you come back and make pancakes again next year? And George nodded. Yes, and everyone cheered. The end. What a great story, George. Yay! That was great. Now, what I would like you all to do is in your red journals at home, I'd like you to think about the story that we just read about Curious George and making pancakes. And I'd like you to open up to one of your pages in your journal. And I'd like you to draw a picture. And down below, you can have your parents help you. Maybe write the word pancakes, or you can write the word breakfast, or even a funny word like yum. So just have some fun, but remember the story that Mrs. Brosnan just read to you and draw a picture. And that was great. George, you did great. Now we have one more treat. We'd like Mrs. Lombardi to come on in, and she's going to tell you what she had for breakfast.
I'm coming over. I'm coming over. Well, I had my little cup of yogurt for breakfast, and I had a couple of scrambled eggs. That was my breakfast.
Ooh, delicious.
What did you have, Mrs. Brosnan?
Today I had my favorite, a bowl of raisin bran, and I always take a little extra raisins and sprinkle them on top. That is my favorite breakfast, and that's what I had today.
And Mrs. Provost?
Well, you know I love my eggs, so today I had an egg with a bagel.
Oh, delicious.
Very yummy.
So I hope all the children go home, have a good breakfast, either today or tomorrow. Maybe you already had breakfast, but tomorrow have a nice healthy breakfast. Maybe pancakes like George.
That's right. That's a good idea. Have some pancakes.
Delicious. Yummy.
All right, everybody.
Kids, have a good day. It was so nice to see you.